Hey, welcome back to Stitch Stream. Let's talk about some DIY trends, what's trending in the fashion world that you can probably make yourself, and of course, some science-backed motivation to help us all get it done. This week's sewing related search terms that are trending are sewing thread holders. That was a really top search this past week. So if anyone doesn't know, this part that holds the larger thread on your sewing machine is called a spool. The smaller part, these metal things, sometimes they're metal or plastic, and they usually go in like the bottom part of your machine. This is called a bobbin. The bobbin holds thread that goes on the underside. So, just so you know, when you are sewing, the part that is on the top in the bigger spool, that's called the top stitch thread. And whatever is in the bobbin is the part that's going to show up on the bottom of your sewing project. Another thing that a lot of people were looking up this week were free crochet patterns. I found this really great crochet Instagram. The handle is Woolly Mama Crochet. She kind of prides herself on having all of her patterns be for free because she really wants people to just start to enjoy crocheting. So if anyone is looking for a good free resource for crochet patterns, I would definitely look her up. Again, it's Woolly Mama Crochet. The top trending related term for knitting was knitting crochet term crossword puzzle, and this was trending specifically in Pennsylvania. So someone must have had a newspaper search word crossword puzzle, and a lot of people were stumped on this one. My guess is that the answer would be yarn or wool. But if anyone's in Pennsylvania, can you please weigh in? I would love to know what the actual search term was to complete this crossword puzzle. In terms of things that are trending that you can probably make yourself, Harper's Bazaar has this whole article about spring summer 2025 trends, and of course there's lots of pictures of dropped waist dresses. A lot of them are really beautiful, including this Simon Miller Yanez dress. It retails for $345. I did find a free drop waist pattern if anyone is interested on Mood Fabrics. It's called the Dilly dress. If you want to pay for a pattern and you want a more fitted dress, the Aurora dress by Friedlies is also a really good option. It looks like the reviews are really good. I haven't made it myself, but the best thing about it is that on YouTube they have a whole sew along video. So even if you're going to make this yourself and attempt to self draft it, I do suggest maybe watching this video and trying to follow along with what they do. Here's how you can make a drop waist dress at home with your sewing machine with very little sewing experience. Go to your favorite thrift store and get a fitted long tank top, or you could find a, fitted maxi dress, more of like that bodycon style. Pick up a skirt and then just put those right sides together at probably the length would be about like 3 or 4 inches below your hip area. Pin them first to see if you like it, and then sew those right sides together. That would be the easiest way to experiment if you like this style. If you want to go through the whole process of printing out some sort of sewing pattern, taping like 60 pages together, cutting it out, and doing that, that is always an option. And that is still, you are still making it. You are still the one who is choosing if those fabrics look good together, if the style would be good on you. So that would be a really easy place to start. Now, for the very best part of this podcast, if you are making anything sewing, crocheting, knitting, pottery, any project that you have on your mind, we always need a little motivation to get it done. There was a study done at UT Austin. They had a couple different groups of college students do a cognitive exam, a written cognitive exam. Some of the students had their phones face down on the table next to them. Some of them put their phones in bags, and other students were asked to keep their phones out of the room entirely. It's not very surprising that the students who did best were the ones who had their phone out of the rooms entirely. There's been this term coined, it's called brain drain. When you have your smartphone next to you, not only are you kind of battling the thought of not picking it up, your brain is simultaneously thinking, don't pick it up. And it's also thinking, what is my next move? And your next move is to want to pick up your phone if you are someone who is chronically scrolling. And so by leaving your phone out of the room, you are essentially just taking away the temptation. So that's kind of the weekly motivation, the science backed motivation for this week. Try leaving your phone out of your room, especially if you are giving yourself some sort of sewing deadline, or maybe you just want to see yourself accomplish something. Just step away from your phone, make something with your hands, and then, go get your phone and take a picture and celebrate it because that's also a beautiful thing. I hope you enjoyed this quick in and out podcast. I'm looking forward to my sewing project right now. I'm working on a skirt and I'm hoping to get that done pretty soon. I am going to try the method of leaving my phone out of the room so I can really focus and maintain my attention to my task. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next Monday.